Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Gamertag Radio.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio, episode 1453. This is your host, Danny Peña, and joining me on this episode, we have Parris Lilly. What's up, Parris?
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good. Shout out to Pete. I know he's always on vacation, so he's traveling around.
You know what? And I'm expose a little behind the scenes here because we got a group chat. Pete yesterday posted a picture. He got in some freaking lake somewhere, just chilling. Oh, look at my view. I responded and I said, "I'm tired of seeing you living your best life," with angry emojis.
We're sick of it. We're so sick of it. Yeah, no, shout out to him. Also, big thank you to everybody that been hitting me up from the gaming community industry. You know, last week, my wife Rihanna, for those who don't know, had a very, very scary emergency surgery last week. So she's fine. She's getting better, a lot better. Actually, we were playing Mario Party last night. It was cracking. Actually, it was a lot of fun playing that game last night. But she's doing good. Hopefully she would join us soon so she could talk about how she's doing and everything. But thanks for everybody that's been hitting us up. It's been a very stressful couple days, but we're doing good. We're doing a lot better. So all I would say is, man, you never know what could happen just randomly, because we were just traveling to San Diego. We wanted to go to the zoo, actually, with our daughter. And it was like the day before that, but we were already there hanging out with friends, and that's when everything just went downhill. But she's good. She's healthy and good. So thanks, everybody, for the support. So, and thanks, Parris. I know you and P were hitting us up, making sure that everything is good, So, yeah.
It's family, man.
For sure. All right. So, there's a couple. I know we have like some topics here, but I just love the freestyling these type of recordings. Just talk about like different topics. I know we want to talk about like Helldivers 2, Hollow Knight, all that, and the crazy amount of games that's coming out the month of September and October, which I don't even know how I'm gonna have time. You look right now, and we posted this on social that we're playing Ghost of Yote. We'll talk about that game in the future whenever we're ready to talk about it after the embargo goes live and everything. But before the recording, we were talking about this generation. We were talking about a lot of other things, but Parris said he found a video, and I think one of the videos was it about being the worst generation of gaming or something like that, right?
Yeah. So context. I don't know where I said it, but at one point, I just had an offhand comment about. I was like, I think this is the worst generation of gaming, and my reasoning was not about the games themselves. Anyways, I just thought it was hilarious that someone saw that and made a whole show about me saying that. But anyways, my reasoning wasn't the games themselves. Obviously, there's been some amazing games this generation. Yeah. It's just been, honestly, the business of gaming and seeing how things have just rapidly changed in the past 5 years. Like I said before, it is wild that you would have been better off buying an Xbox or a PlayStation in 2020 than you would in 2025. It is unprecedented that console hardware has gotten more expensive as time has gone on instead of prices dropping, right? Obviously, we've seen gaming budgets out of control, dev times way out of control. We're seeing studios close. We're seeing games get canceled. Just all the chaos that has happened in the past 5 years. Yeah, this is the worst generation. Like, I've been around for all of it because I'm old. And this has been the worst generation of gaming. Not to say that there aren't amazing games. It's just to say that we've seen so much transition and change in this industry that, and, I know you've talked to people and I've talked to people that have said it's not going to get any better anytime soon. If anything, we might see it get a little worse before it gets better, which is not good. So that's the perspective that I'm bringing to it, because we didn't have these concerns during the Xbox 360 era. We didn't have these concerns with the Super Nintendo or the PlayStation 1 or Dreamcast or whatever, right? Look, the most controversial thing was Dreamcast wasn't getting third-party games. And then eventually, that hardware, Sega gave up and just went complete third party with all their things. Mm-hmm. But what we're seeing right now is unprecedented. So who knows, man? I mean, the fact that we're already bracing for impact when the next console generation starts, it might start at $700 for these things versus, think about it. A Series S was $299 in 2020. I think right now it's $350 or $400, which is crazy. Obviously, the Switch 2 launched at $450, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just like the prices are just going up. They're not going down. Again, the fact that a PS5 Pro, and I think the price just went up on that too, was $700 when you compare it to the PS4 and the PS4 Pro. Remember, the PS4 Pro launched at the same exact price that the PS4 launched at in 2013. But that did not happen this time. It cost more than a PS5 to get a PS5 Pro. So that's how I'm looking at it. And not to mention the Series X right now is like $600 something. It's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, and also I feel like the 360 era was one of my favorites. I think because it was a lot, not only the games, but there was like a lot of new stuff at that time. And plus the prices of all these consoles was, look, I know 360 in the early days with the rendering of that was a different conversation. But after that, when they released the Elite, was it the Elite? The slim version of 360, I think that was like a really, really pretty good console, man.
No, there was two different. There was the Elite, but then I forget I know what you're talking about. The one that, remember we were at the showcase and they're like, they gave us one or whatever. Yeah. That wasn't the Elite. That was called something else. The Elite The Elite had like it was black and it had a bigger hard drive in it, but it was the old style model of the 360, not that updated.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Version. Right. I know there was a slim version. I think that was the one that they were promoting with Kinect and everything in the future, That was a pretty good console, man, so but yeah, like I get it what you're saying, man. Like I agree with you about, the prices going up. Layoffs, everything. But at the same time, I feel like this is the era where it's like a hard reset for a lot of people where
it is.
Now they're like, hey, we could do this ourselves. And look, we could talk about from the media side, a lot of people going independent now instead of relying on the usual corporate media from different places, from like Digital Foundry. We have, Destin, shout out to him, people that used to work at IGN, now they're doing their own thing, Kind of Funny, launched 10 years ago on the, independently and stuff like that.
They had the vision way back. Yeah. So
it's a lot of people and, studios now creating their own games without the publishers. Like, hey, we could do this ourselves, man, and a big hit, for example, Hollow Knight, they just came out, 6 on, right? They came out a couple of days ago. That crashed Steam, the Steam store, and other stores too. That part is exciting. Seeing the reset for the industry in general. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen next in the future. Once we start getting more studios releasing games independently. New consoles, new handhelds, stuff like that. Anything else you want to say? I was going to ask you one question about handhelds, but... No.
Let's go for it. Yeah.
I'm a little worried, Parris, about the Xbox ROG handheld. Coming out in a couple weeks, still no price. Still no price.
About a little over a month. October 16th. Yeah.
Why? Do you have any theories why... this is happening?
I have a theory.
You do have a theory.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your theory? Because I have I have another one too, but go ahead.
I think it's as simple as they're trying to figure out a way to at least get the Xbox Ally version, the white version, as cheap as they possibly can. That's what I think. I think it's sure we could put it at this price. That's still going to be on more of the expensive side. Can we shave it off another $50 or something like that? Right. I think that negotiation's probably going on with Asus and Xbox right now. Again, nobody told me nothing. This is just me speculating on it because I'm at Gamescom. Obviously, the big rumor had been for the longest they're going to announce the release date and the price at Gamescom. That's just what we all thought. So the fact that you were like, all right, it's coming October 16th, no question. That had to have been a last minute thing to pull the price out because they're probably still trying to figure it out. And I did watch a stream on ROG Global, Asus's YouTube channel, where they were talking about this too. So even from the Asus side, they're like, look, we're going to get the price soon. There's still some things that we're trying to figure out, blah, 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 blah. So I just think they're trying to get the price as low as they can because that's going to be a huge factor in this thing being successful. If, I don't know, like I said, the Switch is $450. If the white version was $500, I think that'd be reasonable. I would. I think if it was $499, that'd be a good thing. I personally do not have expectations of the Ally X to be that cheap. I think that's considered the premium device, all the bells and whistles in it. That one's probably closer to $900 if I had to guess on the pricing. But I would imagine, I'm just looking at the calendar now, it wouldn't shock me if we get it this week, going into this work week that we hear it, because you want to do pre-orders. You want to at least give a good month of pre-orders. So I kind of feel like this has got to be the week to say, here's the price, pre-orders available now.
It could be tomorrow morning at 6
a.m. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. It could be as early as Monday. Yeah.
Because I was looking at, and shout out to Stella, because I saw Stella on X. She posted this. I saw the price for the Legion Go Gen 2.
Oh my God.
Yo, it is expensive.
Yeah.
All right, so $1,099.99 for the 16 gig of RAM and 1 terabyte. That's the cheapest. The most expensive, almost $1,500. So that when I saw that, I'm like, man, the ROG Ally one is not gonna be cheap.
It's got to be, like, even the X. And like I said, I'll just give my official guess. My official guess is going to be $899 and probably $549. That's my guess.
That's not cheap. But here's the thing. Look, lately I've been playing a lot of the Switch 2 because I've been playing Chronos, the new Chronos game from Blooper Team. I've been playing Star Wars Outlaws because I was very curious to see how the game plays compared to the Steam Deck and all that. Plays great. Been playing that. Hollow Knight, a couple other games. You know, we already know how Cyberpunk looks, on the Switch 2. I think, like, is it necessary to buy an expensive handheld like that, you know? Or like the Legion Go Gen 2? You know, like, because I feel like developers figure out a way to port games that it's amazing, you know, in other devices and also like on consoles on PC, third-party companies. And porting it to the Switch 2, and it looks great. Like, I know Borderlands is coming out there, Borderlands 4, and a couple other ones, you know? So, like, comparing to Star Wars Outlaws on the Steam Deck, it is terrible. Like, it doesn't play well on that one. But it plays amazing on the Switch 2. It looks great. It looks great. Elder Ring is coming out. I know handheld's a little bit tricky on that one, but that's the part I'm kind of like, damn, should I? Is it worth me buying another handheld or like that's the part I'm kind of like going. I don't know. I'm going back and forth because I want one because you know the Xbox games and all that stuff, you know. But I don't know. I'm kind of happy with the Switch 2. I'm very happy with it. You know.
I would take it a step further and go. I'm happy with the Steam Deck. That is my preferred. That is still my preferred handheld. What Xbox and Asus and these other Windows handhelds have the advantage over as Xbox continue to iterate on this UI and make it better, the Xbox full screen experience, you can integrate your libraries and do all these things, but they fix the UI and get that right. The advantage it will have over the Steam Deck games that use anti-cheat and the fact that I can play games from any digital store, not just from Steam, without having to tinker and, you know, install side stuff and do all these crazy things. So there's an opportunity there. But Valve basically price for performance of what you get for the Steam Deck is reasonably priced. It plays the vast majority of games just fine. Do you need that extra performance in a handheld? Going to your point about the Switch 2. These are the questions that will have to be answered. That's why, we'll see. Obviously, when the ROG Xbox Ally, when we get hands on for review and stuff like that, and we can start looking at performance comparative to whatever the price is going to be for the two different variants. I still say the white one's going to be the more popular one because it's going to be the cheaper one. And that processor is essentially the same processor that's in the Steam Deck currently. So the fact that the full screen experience is giving you back 2 gigs of memory, I expect the performance to be a little better, not necessarily better than the Steam Deck, but I'm just saying comparative to other Windows handhelds. At that same processor, stuff like that. So we'll see. Like you said, we're getting really close to launch time. So we're going to know here in the next few weeks. I've taken the stance of, if you already got a Steam Deck, if you already got an ROG Ally X or whatever, a Lenovo Legion Go or something like that, wait for reviews, wait to see what the performance looks like. Yes, the grips, the ergonomics, fantastic. But is that enough for you to want to sell what you currently got to run out and go buy the new one when the games are potentially would just play the same on them? You know what I mean? Other than some software UI changes of the experience, is that enough to make you want to upgrade to go get it other than you just want the new shiny thing? We'll see.
Agree.
And that's just being real on it, because I don't, like we're saying in this thing, these things ain't going to be cheap. So this is not just screw it, I just buy it, whatever. No, hell no. The thing $800-900. It better be worth $800-900. You know, excuse me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and seeing how much Xbox was promoting handheld during Gamescom, I mean, that was all over the place, all over their booth. More than actually console, more than the console. You got to see the handheld device over there. So. It is. We'll see. I hope everything works out. I know people started asking me like, "Hey, Danny, are you planning to buy it?" And I said, "Hey, it all depends on the price, man, because right now everything is expensive. So we'll see. It all depends on the price. If they can pull it off, make it cheap, I'm all in. So, and you think, Parris? Do you think you will be fine with just the white version? Because I know we tried both, but I think you had more time with the white version.
Yeah. So
is it worth on that one? Just let's say you can't afford the black one and you get the white one.
Yeah, I literally put out a tweet during Gamescom about that the white one surprised me because I played Forza Horizon 5 on it. Took a little while to load, admittedly, but once I was playing it, it's fine. It's fine. Obviously, the indie game, Silk Song, Balatro, all that stuff's going to play great on it. You're not going to have an issue with that. But to be able to play a game like Forza Horizon 5 on it, it played fine. Now, I'm going to use Cyberpunk as the gold standard on these things because that'll obviously is going to be performance wise how that'll go. But the curated games that they had on it at Gamescom they got to play, they're fine. And this is what I'm saying. It's going to be the cheaper device. Sure, there's some things like it won't have the haptic feedback stuff, obviously the AI chip, things like that in it, but it's the same screen. I mean, playing 720p on a 7-inch screen is fine. That's not an issue. Obviously, it's a 1080p IPS screen, so even a game like Balatro, you're going to be able to play it at 1080p anyways, right? So, like I said before, I think that's going to wind up being the more popular one. I think the X version is going to be for the true hardcore enthusiasts that does have a little more disposable income, just to say that they have the best of the best. But I'll say again, let's wait for reviews. Let's wait for unsupervised access, because every time I've touched this thing, look, I got somebody just like right over my shoulder every time, watching everything I'm doing. So I want unsupervised access to it so I can tinker, try to break it, do whatever I want, versus someone like, sitting there watching you 24/7. So we'll see. Like I said, all this is going to go down in the next few weeks. So we'll have these answers relatively soon.
Well, we have an exclusive, though, by the way. An exclusive. Parris did drop a handheld device from the ROG Ally X. I believe it was the X, not the white version, the X. Parris dropped it, and he said it was fine. It was perfectly fine. So that was an exclusive
So now you got to let me tell the story. So
Okay, go for it.
I was on Friends Per Second with Ralph and Jake last week. Great conversation we had. Got like 2 hours we talked. Yeah. But I told the story on there. So I'm at the Xbox Business Center. I'm getting hands on. This is at Gamescom. I'm getting hands on with High on Life 2. Playing High on Life 2. I'm tell you right now, you love the first one. This one's gonna be heat. I'm just tell you that right now. Playing that, talking to the devs, good old time. And then at the very end, they have the Xbox Ally X, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to check it out on the handheld?" Sure. Take pictures, the whole thing. I go to reach for it, and the person in PR, she goes to reach for it at the same exact time. We both grab it, and I think we both thought the other was going to pick it up. We freaking dropped it. I was like, I said, look, my name is Fargus Newton. And Paris got nothing to do with this.
Let me
say
tell
I
you
dropped
this.
anything.
And I asked Paris, how was the room? Did everybody went at the same time?
Someone we know in PR, we've known a long time, he laughed. He was laughing his ass off. He thought it was hilarious. One of the dudes, at Swanch Games, he looked concerned, but it was fine. It survived. And then everybody just started laughing. It was like, well, we now have an official drop test.
It worked. It worked. Yeah. Yo, you know what would have been funny? If there would have been a video of it, they would have even better. God, even better.
I absolutely would have posted it too. I would watch me drop that.
Let's think straight up. It will go viral. People were like, "Yo, this is a pretty good device. Look, he dropped it." Yeah. That would be a brand new promotion.
But one funny thing out of that, because it was funny. One of the devs at Swanch Games, I saw him every day. I was at Gamescom, so he's a really cool dude. But he was telling me, bro, because they've had the handheld for a while, because they've been testing on it, obviously, as they're developing the game. Yeah. He said the rules and the security they had just to get that thing to Gamescom was crazy. He said if going through airport security, if his bag got flagged, and they wanted to open it up, they want to open up and check your bag. He had to carry this letter that he would hand to the TSA, so they wouldn't show it to anybody. They could see it, all this stuff. They were being super secretive about that thing.
Holy crap!
Yeah.
It reminds me. It reminds me. We'll change topics, but it reminds me of because we got the Series X early, a month before it came out, right? So at that time, I was moving from New York to LA. And I had to take it through the TSA. Bro, they stopped me. They're like, what the heck is this thing? Bro, a bunch of people just checking the console. It's the same exact thing. Because they're not used to it. When there's something new, they have to do that. So, okay. That's cool.
I got a story. I got an airport story.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to be in Germany for a week, so I'm trying to maximize all my thing, right? Look, I bring my Vision Pro because I use it on the plane. I don't care what nobody think. I'm in another world when I got that thing, right? Yeah. So I got my Vision Pro. I had the Steam Deck. I got my work laptop. I got everything just packed to, cameras, microphones. I got everything packed to the gills in this backpack, right? I could barely close it. It was perfectly packed. Get to the airport. They make me take all of it out. All of it.
Wait, you have a global entry?
TSA. I don't have. This is going out to Germany, right?
Yeah,
This is two-part story. Yeah, I got TSA. Went to TSA. LAX makes you take it out. When I go to San Diego, Ontario, they don't make me do that. So I was like, oh, man. I had to unpack everything. Take it all out. Yeah. I'm sitting there like a freaking idiot. Repacking all this stuff. People just looking at me the whole time like, oh my God. Okay, get to Germany. Fine. Coming back. Same thing. They made me take it all out again. I was like,
here's the thing. I have global entry, so they don't make you take everything out. They don't. So that's kind of weird.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Normally, when I went to Poland, I didn't have to take nothing out. It was weird that this time I did. I don't know.
You know what? Good. I'm glad it happened.
Wow.
I'm glad.
Wow. Okay.
By the way, we got to talk about this, Paris.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna do it. September and October.
Oh my God. It's
so many games. Look, yeah, I'm thankful that we get hit up by companies like, hey,
of course.
Can you review all this stuff? I started to decline.
You have to.
I started to decline. I'm like, look, I don't want to waste people's time. Like, look, if I can't do it, I can't do it. You know, like right now, thankful. Shout out to PlayStation for sending us Ghost of Yotei. We're playing that. But the amount of games that's coming out between now and October, it is scary. And I think a very few in November. But, man, September and October is brutal. Brutal.
You have to think of it this way. From Silk Song until Black Ops 7, there is a must-play game that comes out every week. Some weeks, multiple games. It's insane. In a good way. This is going to bring this full circle back. Whoa, worst generation. I ain't talking about the games. There's amazing games that are coming out. Like that tweet I put out yesterday. I know you were trolling me a little bit.
Yeah.
Game of the year is going to be... I don't care who wins. It's probably Expedition, right? It doesn't matter. Expedition could win. Silk Song could win. Blueprints could win. Goddamn ColecoVision All-Stars could win. It don't matter. It's going to be polarizing because there are so many great games that have come out already, and there's still a few Game of the Year contenders that have not come out yet. That nomination list, I don't care who's on the nomination list, there's going to be like 3 or 4 games that you're going to like, damn, how did that not make it? Why is that game not there? You know what I'm saying? Someone had posted, and this is true, you could do Game of the Year this year just on indie games. Just indies. It could be all indies.
Yep.
That's how good this year has been. It's crazy. But yeah, dude, to your point, I've literally had to tell people, I'm like, I can't take the code because I'm not going to have time. I'm just simply not going to have time to play it with so much come. October's ridiculous. Bro, October is
let me look at this thing. Let me look at the release date. The release October. Because I'm curious. So it's Battlefield 6.
Hold on. I'm going to pause something right now because I see a first-time chat. I didn't gaslight anything about Silk Song. I took a picture because I happened to be playing it. And if you want to imply anything, that's a you problem, not a me problem. People on Twitter are freaking weird.
They're weird.
A dude got mad that I said, he goes, you're saying Silk Song's going to be the game of the year. I never said such a thing.
You said it was a good year.
I said it's a good year, whoever wins. Y'all got to stop reading into stuff too much. It's like you make things in your mind that you want to be upset about. It's video games. RELAX. That's all I'll say.
All right, so let's talk about October.
All right, I'm going to kick this dude because we're not doing this in this chat. Sorry.
Yeah, go
You're out of here, buddy.
I'm gonna mention the games coming out October, and this is Paris' most anticipated game of this year, Barbie Horse Trails. Coming out October 10th. No, but anyways, Ghost of Yotei. And look, and I'm skipping because it's a lot. It's a lot. Borderlands 4. Battlefield 6. Just that 3 alone. Whew. Pokemon Legends is coming out too. Oh my God, Ninja Gaiden 4. What else? The Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds 2 is also coming out in October. Oh my God.
Yes, bro.
It's a lot.
I'm telling you, it's nuts.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot. And here's the thing. I blame GTA getting delayed because, none of those games are coming out around this time. And as soon Rockstar delayed Grand Theft Auto, that's when everybody's like, let's just release it now. Screw it. Because now, and here's the thing. There are some games that were supposed to come out now, and they got delayed for next year, not knowing that the game, GTA, was going to get delayed too. And now early next year is going to be brutal too. Brutal. But the ones that you're looking forward to the most out of this whole September, October, and a little bit of November, can you say which one it is for you?
No.
Okay. I am excited to play. I'm excited to play Battlefield 6. I had a good time with that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to more Battlefield 6. But yes, let's be careful with our words.
I know.
Yes.
Now, he's like, I'm excited for the new Call of Duty, and I think we talked briefly, Paris, about this. Like,
actually, can I pause one thing because we didn't really go into it.
Yeah.
Again, just going back to a little silly thing that just happened in the chat. Silksong is a Game of the Year contender. Why wouldn't it be? It's amazing.
The game is amazing.
Team Cherry did their work, so it absolutely would be in the Game of the Year list. Why is that bothering anyone? Is crazy talk. Anyways, continue, please.
I'm trying to think of anything else. Is there anything else comes out in November?
Did you say Borderlands 4 already? Borderlands 4.
That's September, right? That's September.
That's a big deal.
Is it? I don't know. Like, I haven't really been checking out previews or anything like that, so I don't know. Look, let me tell you this. I love Borderlands 2. Didn't like 3, so 3 kind of killed it for me. I'll play 4, but I'm not as excited as how.
Well, let me tell you. I played it at Gamescom. Be excited for it. And I'm not a Borderlands guy. I was pleasantly surprised at how much I like Borderlands 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because, a lot of the preview stuff, because I was even watching what Destin was talking about because he went to the preview event. He really liked it. And then when I got hands on, I was like, oh, I see what everybody's talking about now.
Yeah. That's true. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's coming out. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting this year, man. It's just so many things, man. But yeah, I think. Wait, isn't it Resident Evil? You got to play Resident Evil 6?
Yes.
February. Wait, not 6.
9.
9.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
9. There you go. Yeah, that one is another one. I'm like very excited. I know that it was playable. It was playable at. Was it playable at At Gamescom, right? Was it playable?
Yeah, Gamescom. Yeah, I played at Gamescom. Mm-hmm.
How was that? How was that for you?
Oh, it was great. It was honestly probably my favorite thing to play at Gamescom. And you know me, obviously the joke I have with Britt. I'm not necessarily a Resident Evil guy, but I really enjoyed the vibe and the tension that level has. Obviously, we'll need to see more, but to have watched it in the theater at Summer Game Fest and then go to Gamescom and play that same exact scenario, it was intense as hell. Oh yeah, loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and the good thing, you could switch from first person.
Yeah, you can go from
first
to third person. Yeah,
mm-hmm. yeah, that's really cool. Anything else, Paris? Anything else from the game releases and all that stuff?
No, I mean, like I said, it's going to be a crazy couple months of all these games that are coming out. Wait, did you even mention Ninja Gaiden 4?
Oh my god! Yeah, I did mention it, but we did play. I played
because we did a preview. Heat.
Woo.
I sat in the presentation for Keeper at Gamescom. We didn't get hands on, but we got to see it. Tim Schafer gave us the demo, explained everything that they're doing. Again, it's going to be a double fine ass game, man. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's beautiful. The visuals, obviously, the art, the music. Fantastic. A lot of environmental puzzle solving elements in it with the lighthouse and the bird, that you're controlling. It's going to be good. Mm-hmm. It's going to be good. And that's October.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Well, anyways.
Well, I forgot to mention something. And I think we talked about this a little bit already. I know I was talking about it on Friends Per Second. Exoborn. It's an extraction shooter. Was not on my radar at all. I played that thing, man. I can't wait. I got to get in that playtest. And again, October. It's like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
And Arc Raiders comes out at the end of October. Another extraction shooter, which is really good. I think that one's on my birthday on October 30th. That comes out.
Oh,
madness!
I forgot about this Sonic Racing Crossroads.
Yes.
That was another fun. That was a really fun game. That was a good game. I know we went to Sonic Team's office here in LA and got hands on. I got to play it during Summer Game Fest and I had a great time. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because I even see it in the chat. It just reminded me because everybody's playing Silk Song, but the Indiana Jones DLC is out.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, it is crazy. Now, recently I've been playing a lot of Helldivers 2 on Xbox. How crazy is that, yo? That the game has been selling.
We got to talk about that. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, but like I looked at it that the game sold almost 1 million copies within 6 days. They probably reach over 1 million now by the time we're recording this. But yeah, it's doing pretty good. I know Gears of War Reloaded also came out. I don't know the exact numbers on that one because I haven't really been looking around. I was just more curious on Helldivers, how that game is going to do. And it's doing great, man. People have been playing it. People have been, and I noticed the numbers of how many people online at the same time. I think it was like, over 400,000, something like that?
It was over 500 at one point.
Oh, really? That's good to see. Good to see. Yeah, I had a good time. I'm playing it, man. I've been playing it on the Series S because the X, I have it in a different room. So I was playing a lot on that version. And it was fine. I had a good time. I tried to play it quality mode just because I was curious, or performance. I changed to quality mode on that one for me. But yeah, what you think about that, Parris? I know people will say, "Oh, look, the game been out already over a year. Of course, it's going to sell 1 million copies." Look, to me, I don't care about what sold or what in which version. To me, is seeing the potential of more PlayStation games coming out on Xbox and the support from the community, buying these games for the consoles. That's how I see it. I don't see the whole which version sold more or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, go ahead. You were going to say
here's a little secret. Mm-hmm. Nobody cares. Nobody cares what version sold the most. Excuse me. People care about a good game and more people getting access to a good game. That's what you should be worried about. That's what you should be happy about. I could not believe, again, I don't even get into the nonsense, but it was a bunch of nonsense about that stuff. But no, it was great to see that Helldivers 2, because and again, we don't know the official thing. We'll obviously have to see, but these are analysts essentially saying they think it sold almost 1 million copies over this first week or so on Xbox. Great. That's just more people playing the game. Obviously, it's already on PC. It's already on PlayStation 5. Like I said, you go in the game, you can see how many people are playing it at any given time. The more people that's playing it, the better. That's what I say. Obviously, I fully expect we will see more of these collaborations happen because why not? It just makes sense. To put the ODSTs into Helldivers, that was like the perfect combination to have that Warbond in there. And clearly that sparked interest in the game because look how many people jumped on and started playing as soon as it came out on the 26th. So, excuse me, congrats to PlayStation, congrats to Xbox, congrats. I'm blanking on the name. Arrowhead? Is it Arrowhead? Is that the studio name? I believe it's Arrowhead. Anyways, yeah. to the studio, this is what you want to see. You want to celebrate the W's, man. That's all that should matter. It shouldn't matter who sold more, what, or where. Just celebrate that more people are playing the actual games.
Yeah, no, it's good to see, man. It's good to see. Look, I want Return to go on Xbox because I can see that game coming on Xbox. It doesn't have to be all live service. I know people say it's only going to be live service games. What other live service games Sony has available now?
Well, we know Marathon will when that comes out.
But I'm talking about the stuff that already came out. It's not going to be just the new games. There's nothing else from Sony. What else?
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's anything else PlayStation related.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Not to open old wounds. This week is the 1 year anniversary of Concord. Yeah. But yeah, Marathon would obviously be the next one. Well, okay, look, we will see with Fair Games.
Yeah.
But yeah. Marathon would be the next one. And then obviously Xbox has put Sea of Thieves, Grounded, Forza Horizon 5. So on PlayStation, and those games seem to be doing very well over there. Mm-hmm. Why not continue to do it? But to your point about single player stuff, clearly Xbox is putting their single player stuff on PlayStation. That's a no brainer.
Yeah.
I would expect, to your point, I would be crystal clear on this. Am I expecting anytime soon to see a Spider-Man, a God of War, an Uncharted on Xbox? No. But like you're saying, could they experiment with something like a Returnal? A Lego Horizon? Sure. I think they will dip their toe into bringing a single player experience over to Xbox because why not? Why not see if there's truly interest for that type of game on that platform? You're already doing it on PC. So why not have Nixis or whoever just port it on over to Xbox? We already know the next generation of Xbox, you're going to have access to those games on the Xbox console anyways because of Steam availability on the console. So why not just put it on the Xbox store? See what happens. Do I think there will eventually be a day that a God of War, a Last of Us, those type of games show up on an Xbox? Yes, I do. And you know what we've realized here over the past 18 months? It's fine.
It is fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
The world's not going to end. You're not going to magically go buy an Xbox just because a PlayStation game is there. You're still going to buy a PlayStation and vice versa. You're not magically going to go buy a PlayStation just because an Xbox game is there. You're still going to go buy an Xbox. That's just, we're in the digital store age. People are not giving up their digital libraries. They're just not. That's what we're learning.
Agreed. Yeah. And the reason is I just don't see PlayStation waiting. Like, well, let's just wait until another live story game so we can release it. Then the company's not going to wait. They see the success of Helldivers 2. We're going to get to see more games. And here's the thing, Parris. You might say no now, but in the future, if everything's going well and the numbers are just increasing of the sales numbers for, let's say, future single-player games, what makes you think they're not going to decide, hey, we could release the first Spider-Man game on the console? They could. I feel like business changes based on whatever's happening now. It's possible. I know people saying this is never going to happen. Don't say never, because let me tell you, man, if there's an opportunity to make more money, the company's going to do it, man. They're going to release it. They're going to release a game like, Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, or all this other PlayStation 5.
And honestly, that's just how you have to look at this logically. Mm-hmm. These are corporations. What is the mandate for a corporation? Growth and profitability, sustainability. We've talked about this for years. The console audience has pretty much capped out. It's not growing beyond the same amount of people, despite what hardware they're on. It's around about 200 million, and it's consistently stayed there for a while. So if you need to grow beyond that, you got to go to PC. You got to reach the rest of the 200 million that are in the console space by putting the game on another piece of hardware. Did I think that 4 years ago? Nope, sure didn't. Hell, I didn't think it 12 months ago, but it's happening. So you understand it. You look at it. Okay, it's weird. Like I said, we played purposely played Gears of War on PlayStation just because it was weird, and it stopped being weird 5 minutes in. All right, it's Gears. Okay, next, let's keep it going. You know what I mean? So people can huff and puff and say it's not going to happen or whatever, but I mean, money talks, BS walks, man. I mean, it's really that simple when it comes to this. You cannot tell me that PlayStation has not looked at the success of Helldivers 2 on Xbox and goes, yeah, we're not going to do that again. Yeah. Of course they're going to do it again. Yeah. Of course they're going to experiment beyond that. The same with it's just 4 games. They saw the Sea of Thieves numbers and they were like, take it all over there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going to happen.
Yeah, think about this, guys. Think about this. How much is Helldivers 2? Is it $30 or 40 bucks?
Yeah, 40 bucks, yeah.
$40, 1 million copies. That's a lot of money.
And you get 70% of that.
And 70% of that. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of
Why
money.
Sony's going to say, for our fans, we're going to keep it exclusive. Bro, they're going to make more money, bro. It's more money for the company. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And people don't see that. They don't see
Think of it this way. Think of it this way. And this is just a what if. Mm-hmm. What if there is a Last of Us Ultimate Edition, Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2, that comes out with Season 3 of the TV show on Xbox? You trying to tell me they're on, and I'm just picking a random number. Let's just say it's 500,000. Let's be conservative. 500,000 people buy that edition on Xbox. How is that not a success for them at, let's say it's $60 a pop, and you get 70% of that? They're going to do it. That's all I'm saying. You just got to think of it that way. It's not going to cost them a crazy amount to port. So why wouldn't you do it? That's the question I will push back to anyone that says that they won't do it. Why wouldn't they do it? Please explain to me in simple terms why they wouldn't do it financially.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, Parris. The people that are saying it's not going to happen, first of all, they've never done business like this before. That's number one. Number two, they never have conversation with people within the industry. And look, we're perfect. No, there's stuff that we predict that never happens. But based on how the industry is changing and layoffs and all this stuff, and now companies are investing more money on just development. Like, development costs is not cheap. What makes you think that these publishers, these studios are not going to do that, man? It makes sense, man. It makes sense. What's everything is happening,
Let me say this, and this is a conversation I had at Gamescom with a dev, just a random dev. Not that he's a decision maker or anything, just a dev making a game. And just casual convo, he said, I hope, he or she said, I hope, I hope our game does well enough so that we don't have to lay off staff or close the studio altogether. It ain't about, it can only be on this thing or that thing. They don't care, bro. We're at a point now where they're just trying to sustain. You know what I mean? As much as it costs to make some of these games these days, and the amount of people that you're supporting in a studio, right? Staff, all that you got to hire. They're just trying to make sure they get a return on investment that's good enough so that everybody continue to have a job. You got to think of it that way, man. Look, we're the customer. We just want to be entertained. We want value and all that. But then when you do get a chance to speak to people on the other side of this that are actually smart enough and skilled enough to make the games that we enjoy, because I am not. I listen to what they say and I listen to the concerns that they have. And their concerns are not about the nonsense that we talk about on social media. Their concerns are about, let's make the best game we possibly can so that people are excited about it and they're willingly wanting to go out and purchase it and play it and enjoy it. And we get enough of those people so that we can now greenlight the next game and we stay employed and we can continue to do the thing that we love to do. Agreed. It's that simple. It's really that simple. So people can argue that, disagree with that all they want, but those are the conversations that I hear from developers.
And I'm going to take it a little bit further. I think if there's success with every company doing this, and look, Nintendo's always been the last one. I think Nintendo might experiment in the future because they're like, you know what? That's extra money. I can see it. I know right now people are saying no, but I can see it. I mean, they experiment with mobile. I can see them saying, you know what, let's release a game on PC just as a test. I could definitely see that with how everything is changing. Eventually it's going to happen, man, because at the end of the day, it's about promoting your brand, promoting your ecosystem to join in. Imagine the amount of people that will sign up and create a Nintendo account through an Xbox, a PlayStation, or PC version, the account, right? And they can still play Nintendo games. I can see that too, man. Again, they're not doing it now, but it eventually could happen. There's potential. I could definitely see it, man. And I think
100%.
Couple years from now, nobody's going to be talking about this, man. People are they're going to be talking more about the games, not about the consoles, And I know it was very weird and difficult for a lot of people when Xbox made this move last year. And look, PlayStation is doing it too. Eventually, more companies are going to do it.
I just wish Xbox would have been a little more transparent about it. I think they wanted to ease people into this.
Agreed.
Looking back, I just think they just ripped the Band-Aid off. They just ripped it off and go, this is what we're doing.
That's aggressive. That's aggressive though. Like them doing like, you know what? We don't care what you think. We just gonna release it.
Well, here's the reason why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
If you really go back and look at a lot of things that Phil has said over the years, Phil has clearly never really been about everything exclusive. I mean, his whole catchphrase was, when everyone plays, we all win, right? That's essentially saying, I want everybody to be able to play these games. So just lean into that even more and just rip the freaking Band-Aid off, man, and just go, well, yeah, this is what we think. Whereas they eased it in, and now they've ripped the Band-Aid. He's obviously saying no red lines, all those things. But they took a more measured approach, and clearly that was calculated. I mean, let's be real here. But I think now that the dust is settled on this, we're realizing, bro, it's just okay. It didn't hurt anything, I guess is the point. We're realizing, like you said, when he was on Kind of Funny and talked about they lost the most important generation, the digital library generation, and it does not matter if Starfield is an 11 out of 10, that's not going to sell Xboxes. He was right, because that's the whole point. People that have Forza Horizon 5 to me says it all. When you saw 3 million people buy it at full price on PlayStation 5, when you had 4 years to either get an Xbox or get it on PC, and you chose not to, but the second it showed up where you like to play, you ran out and bought it at full price. That says a lot to me. That says to me, people are going to play where they want to play. If you bring the games to where they want to play, they'll buy it. 100%. That's what that told me. And you know they're saying that internally on both sides. That, oh, well, damn. This Helldivers 2 thing, you can't tell me that PlayStation, Hiroki and them didn't see that and go, oh, man, we should probably bring more over there. It seems like there is a customer base there that we are not taking advantage of. Because, excuse me, they're not on PC. So despite the games being on PC, they're not buying them there. Clearly, this is an audience that does not have a PlayStation. But there was 1 million people that said, oh, yeah, I want to play this on my Xbox. So why would that not apply to other games? And again, I'm not saying they're doing this. A game that is so underrated, that is so good, that I really wish got more love than it gets, is that Ratchet & Clank on PS5.
100%.
It's phenomenal. You can't tell me if Ratchet & Clank right now is on Xbox. You don't have people picking that up and playing it. And I go, well, damn, I didn't know it was this good. Yeah, is that good?
It's amazing.
Same like you said, we're Returnal. Yeah, is that good? Go play it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like you said, stuff is changing. I know it's difficult. Change is always difficult. You're going to have people kicking and screaming to not want change. That's in anything in life. I get it. But we're realizing now it's going to be totally fine. Just is. It's going to be fine.
At the end of the day, to me, is about, imagine buying a game, live service game, let's just say, and you go online and nobody's playing. And then they release that game on other consoles or other platforms. The community is back, it's more active. You, as a person that plays that game, you're going to have fun again, because now there's probably new content, new people. The experience is gonna last longer because there's now more new people playing it, man, and the community's gonna be active. It's not gonna be dead. That's how I see it. People gotta, chill. And then, look, I know it's a very small percentage. It's a very, very small percentage of people that are gonna be angry about it, or changing X account handles to just to promote this nonsense, that type of thing. And at the end of the day, man, it's been successful. It was really cool to see Xbox and PlayStation promoting their games. So, like, PlayStation was promoting Gears on their page, even at the top of the main page of the, let's say, Twitter. You see that. Or when you go to the Xbox, you see Helldivers being promoted from Xbox. That's really cool. It's sending a message how the industry is changing, man. And people need to get used to that. Mm-hmm. See this as a good thing for the industry overall. I know it was different with console wars and all that stuff in the early 90s and a little bit of now in the early 2000s and all that. I get it. That was part of the marketing. But at the end of the day, it's about growing your numbers, growing your the people joining your ecosystem, buying your games and all that stuff. That's why I see this as like a good thing. And plus, hopefully this helps with less people getting laid off too in the industry,
Exactly. And that's how I view it as well.
Yeah. So it's good. Anything else, Parris? Anything
No, I think that's it, man. It is football time. I cannot wait. I'm getting off of this thing and I'm starting the festivities.
Yeah, go Dolphins. Let's see. Our first game was with the Colts. Well, you guys are playing against who?
We're playing the Falcons at Atlanta. It's gonna be good.
At Atlanta. Ooh, that's gonna be a good. What time is that? 10.
10 o'clock. That's what I'm saying. That's what we got to wrap this up.
We got to do this. Awesome. No, everyone, thank you so much. Make sure to go to gamertagradio.com. Listen to our past episodes. You can find us on any podcast app. Just search for Gamertag Radio, subscribe, and tell people. And also, check out my YouTube channel, my personal one. And also, Paris has a YouTube channel, too. We always posting content in there. And yeah, stay tuned. I know people been hitting me up. They want me to bring back GTR Retro. I'm probably gonna start doing. Look, let me know what you guys think. Is it okay to post 3 episodes a week? So it'll be 2 episodes of new content. Some might be short, long, and 1 episode will be GTR Retro. Let me know what you guys think. I was thinking about it because people been hitting me up. They like the old school stuff from back in the days. I'll bring it back, a little commentary, and then play it. So let me know what you guys think, if you want me to do that or not. And bear with us. There's a lot of games coming out. We're getting codes. Bear with us. I know people are going to post them right away. Sometimes we're going to do that. Sometimes we can't. It's just the amount of games coming out, So we'll stay in touch. I'll let you guys know about that stuff. All right. Until next time. Thanks, Paris, for joining in. Shout out to Pete and Ree. Until next time, we're out. Awesome. That was fun.
All right, I'm waiting for it to upload.
Oh, wait, I haven't.
Oh, you got to
stop it.
Oh, you got to stop it. Yeah.
I got to stop. You want me to stop it completely?
Yeah, because I'm like legit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna head out, but thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the audio version coming up later in today. All right, peace. Later.